Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new video, back for another episode of my complete Blu-ray collection. Yes, everything in my physical media collection. We're right up to Q now, yes, and there's no James Bond. Hang on a minute, I've got Quantum of Solace. I'm sure I've got no, I've got it on 4K, so that will be in the 4Ks. Yes, but funnily enough, I was going to do two videos, one for Q and then one for R, and then realised I only had one Blu-ray for Q. So what's the point doing a separate video? So I thought, throw it in with the R's. But anyway, let's get into the R's, and let's see exactly what's in the collection. Okay, so first up under Q, we have Queen, or The Queen. Yes, Helen Mirren. This is a really good film. This is by the people that did The Crown. So this is revolves around the weekend of Princess Diana's death, and it's whole, Helen Mirren doing the Queen with James Cromwell as Prince Philip. We have Michael Sheen brilliantly as Tony Blair, and it's all about revolving around the time when Princess Diana died and dealing with the fallout and stuff like that. Brilliant performances, really good film. So if you like The Crown, you've got to pick this up. I actually thought that maybe for the last couple of seasons of The Crown, they would actually get Helen Mirren and James Cromwell to kind of like reprise their roles. But it went to Imelda Staunton and Jonathan Pryce, who did a really good job anyway. But that's what I was thinking anyway. But anyway, that's The Queen. Before we get into the R's that are on the shelf, there is one R that I did pick up this week in my Blu-ray hunt, and that is RoboDoc. Yes, the RoboCop documentary, which I've seen 2 episodes of this so far, so I've got 2 to go. But I'll talk a little bit about this at the end of the month on my stuff I could be bothered to watch video. Yeah, so I'll talk about that later on. Okay, first up, what we got. I've tried to keep them in alphabetical order, although they're probably all over the place now anyway. So I'll sort it back out on the shelf when I get back in the other room. We've got Raise the Titanic. Yes, I didn't know Ray was anything. Yes, Raise the Titanic. Brilliant music there by John Barry. It's basically, it's about raising the Titanic in one piece. But I do believe that they didn't know that it was actually in 2 pieces when this film came out. But I think the last time I saw this, it was in the 80s sometime. So it's definitely needing a rewatch. It's kind of like a sister film to Titanic with Leo and Kate. Next up, we have The Retirement Plan with old Nick Cage. I only recently bought this about 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I really don't know too much about it. I didn't even know it was coming out, although I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking, yellow case. Yes, so he looks a bit nutty in that, so it's probably the usual Nicolas Cage type of nuttiness that we've come to love. Next up, we have Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse, which was a really good film. Carlinio9 sent this to me, and I did a little review for it, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's one of the 80s films that I never saw, but yeah, really pleased with it. Yeah, it's about a bouncer that kind of like goes and looks after this nightclub and try and revives life back into it. Yeah, very good film. Talking of Nicolas Cage, we have Renfield, which I saw at the cinema. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a whole lot of fun. It was gory. Some of the limb removing was actually quite hilarious. Yeah, and it's just mindless fun. Mindless fun. Yeah, and of course Nicolas Cage plays Count Dracula, and I don't think anybody else could have pulled it off. Yeah, he was brilliant. Next up, we have Return to Paradise, which was sent to me by Imprint and stars Vince Vaughn, Joaquin Phoenix and Anne Heche. I think this was it Taiwan or somewhere? Malaysia. Yeah, Three friends living a life in Malaysia. Joaquin Phoenix kind of gets arrested and thrown in prison, and it's up to Vince Vaughn and Anne Heche to kind of like get him out of prison. Yeah, very good film, very underrated. Joaquin Phoenix is fantastic in that film, absolutely fantastic. What we got next? Next we have Return to the House on Haunted Hill. Ooh, spooky. Yes, £1.50. Where did I buy this? I bought this in Demelza. Yeah, so I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's really scary, but it is an 18 certificate. And yeah, I await that one. So it might be one that comes up in my October scary films. And the next one we have is Restart the Earth. Yeah, this kind of looks like a cross between, well, it says here, The Last of Us meets Starship Troopers. I was about to say that, actually. It does. It looks like a cross between that. Definitely The Last of Us with this weird alien creature. So, yeah, looking forward to this. I thought this was a Cine Asia one, but I don't think it is. But yeah, definitely look forward to that one. I might do a month where I just watch kind of like Cine Asia type foreign films, because I do have a couple of the battle ones that I haven't seen that are Cine Asia. Next up we have a Resident Evil, and that's a Vendetta. And this was actually quite good for a CGI film. Not as good as the Mila Jovovich films, but I had fun with it. I did, honestly. Next up we have a film. Oh, blimey, I haven't seen this one for ages. This is The Relic. Yes, it's a bit like me. I'm a bit of a relic by now. Yeah, Penelope Ann Miller and Tom Sizemore. I really do need to watch this because I actually remember nothing about it at all. Nothing at all. I think there's some kind of demon in it or something. Another one that I need to rewatch, which I've only ever seen once, is Reign of Fire with Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale. And this is kind of like an apocalyptic dragon world kind of Game of Thronesy type of thing. Kind of 300. Yeah, just think of every film that you think might connect it together, Paul, and just tell people. It's not really, probably not really, but I do remember there were fire-breathing dragons. So I probably like Dragonheart. Next up we have Redcon 1, which, oh, my God. When did I buy it? I probably bought this when there was an HMV at Westwood Cross, which goes back to about 2017 or 2018. This has been in the pound. No, it hasn't been in the Poundland bin, has it? It's been in the What Flick bin for such a long time. It's been picked out a few times, but it never won. It never won. So it is something that I do need to watch. It's a badass British mashup of The Raid and 28 Weeks Later. I think one of my viewers had a part in it, if I remember rightly. If you're still watching, stick it down in the comments. I do remember a comment a couple of years ago. What we got next? Next up we have Realm of the Dead. Yes, this is kind of like an comic book animation type of thing. Yeah, animated motion comic. I had no idea what this is. Have no idea what it is. I just picked it up because it was in a charity shop. I just picked it up. No idea what it is. Next up we have a bloody bonkers horror film. Yes, Ready or Not. Ready or Not, here I come. Yes, I actually enjoyed this for what it was. Samara Weaving, wasn't it? Yeah. That's right, yeah. Young bride marries into a ridiculously rich and delightful deranged family. Her wedding night becomes the worst nightmare as she's forced to play a lethal game of hide and seek. That's it, yeah. Yeah, I need to rewatch that because that was quite a good film. I really did enjoy that one. Next up we have The Railway Children. Yes, this is the 40th anniversary edition. I think Katie Katie Price. Sorry, Katie. I think Katie Powell sent me. Katie Price. No, Katie Powell sent me this one, yes. And I just stuck it in a gold case because it looks good in a gold case. And this is, what's her name? Jenny Agata. Yeah, you can't make this now. You can't remake this because you'll get arrested for walking on the railway lines. Yeah, it's a film I've never seen. No surprise there. What's next then? Next up we have the 2-film collection for the Raid. These are good fun films. I've seen the first film. I haven't seen the second film, but they're just brilliant, mindless violence, and just shoot them. Just shoot them and leave them to die. Next up we have Rush. Not Jeffrey Rush, but Rush. Look at that lenticular. Rup, 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 rup. Yeah, that's the only reason I bought this, because it had a lenticular on it, because I've already got the steelbook. Yeah, I did have it in a red case, but I figured as we've already got a red slipcover in it, I needed the red case for something else, but I haven't seen it. Oh, right, okay. What we got now? We've got a film about the best killer tyre movie, the best killer tyre movie you'll ever see. Yeah, it's called Rubber. It's not that type of film. No. Yes, it's about a killer tyre. Yeah. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be weird. And I look forward to watching it. Next up, we got Guy Pearce and Robert Pattinson in Rover, and it's nothing to do with dogs. Yeah, fear the man with nothing left to lose. Apparently, Robert Pattinson's really good in this. It does look like a good old action fest film, so I look forward to one day when I can be bothered to watch it. Oh dear. Oh look, something I actually have watched. Yes, Brie Larson in Room. I thought this was really good. Yeah, this is about a mother that lives in this room with, well, that's why it's called Room, with her, is it her son or her daughter? He can't even remember who the bloody kid was in it. Hang on a minute. Brie Larson. A 5-year-old son, Jack. Yeah, so it was a boy. It's a boy, everyone. Yeah, so she lives in this room, and it's kind of like a hostage situation. She's been living there for a long time, and she gets visited by the person that imprisons her there. I've kind of like given it away now, haven't I? Yeah, there you go. It's Room. There's room for everyone. Yeah, next up, a bit of 80s nostalgia. With Michael Douglas and Catherine Turner. It's Romance in the Stone. Yes, hot on the heels of like all the Indiana Jones stuff and Alan Quatermain and stuff like that. It's just typical adventurous swinging through the jungle, rocks, guns and fun. Yeah, Danny DeVito's in this as well. There is a follow-up to this as well, which we'll get to when we get to the right letter. Tom Cruise does a bit of rocking. Yes. This is ridiculously good fun, apparently. Rock of Ages. I have seen it in bits. Yeah, I haven't seen the film all the way through. Got Paul Giamatti, Russell Brand in it, but Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah. And it's all to do with 80s, isn't it? It's 80s metal. So I don't know why I haven't seen it, because that's my era. Yeah. Watch that, Paul. Next up, we have what I think is the second best Nicolas Cage movie of all time, The Rock. Yes. This is brilliant. This is a Michael Bay film, Jerry Bruckheimer production. Is it a Michael Bay film? I don't believe it is. Yes, it is. It's directed by Michael Bay. Yeah, Bayhem. Yeah, it's Alcatraz, basically. Chemical weapons. Ed Harris goes a bit nutty. threaten San Francisco with a chemical weapons attack. And it's up to Nicolas Cage, who has to go to Alcatraz and kind of like disarm the weapon. But they need someone who's actually been on the island, on the prison. And that is Sean Connery, who's brilliant in this film. A lot of people have said that that's actually James Bond 007 when he's retired. It's a good theory, but I don't think it is. It's a bloody good film, though. One of the best action films of all time. And it needs a 4K. Okay, and the last two under are, we have Rio in 3D. Look at that gorgeous slipcover. Beautiful. And we also have Rio 2 in 3D as well. Two great little films with lots of animated birds. Yes, two great films there. Good 3D as well. Fantastic. So there we go. So that is everything under Q and R. Not being Q, but Q and R. If there are films that are missing, Raiders of the Lost Ark, anything like that, anything else that you can think of under R, it might be on a steelbook, or it might be in 4K or part of a box set. So that's why it's not been featured. But they will come. Yes, their time will come eventually. Fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. And I'll see you on the next video very soon. Bye-bye.